Yes, good evening, friends. So this is Harpita here. So today we are going to talk on Awakening series part 4. And as part 4, today would be the talk on mindfulness. Let us understand what is mindfulness. See, whenever we are thinking about mindfulness, whenever we are thinking, the word we get to know about mindfulness, we understand what is mindfulness. What is this? Completely full of mind. We are here through the practice of meditation. We are, reaching towards a point of making the mind zero. And now, what is this mindfulness? Okay, mindfulness is nothing but a psychological process. Okay, where purposefully it is made a person to come attention to the experiences of whatever is happening in the present moment, because most of the time what happens is we are either living in the past or we are marching towards our future, planning about the future, but we are hardly being in the present moment, right? So that's the reason, it's a psychological process where purposefully bringing one's attention, to the present moment, to the experiences which are happening in the present moment, occurring in the present day-to-day life, now what is happening now. So in that, without any judgment. At the same time, it is important to make a statement, make a person be there without any judgment. It's not like, when we are looking at a person that moment and the person is talking something, oh, this is all rubbish, this person does not know anything. This is all judgment. We are not judging anything. We are not, because the minute we judge someone or we judge something, anything which is happening in front, we are avoiding that moment. Okay, we are going into a non-acceptance of the movement the way it is. So whenever we want to, it's all focus about our life is to be in this moment only, not going into the past nor coming into the future. Okay, running behind the future. It is always being in the present moment. So without any judgment, through this process can be developed through the practice of meditation or through a proper training. When we begin to give the mind that kind of training of being completely, mindfulness is completely being here and now and not being anywhere else. Okay, any thought may trigger you, any situation may trigger you to connect to some past or anything, but always coming back to this moment. Okay, this is very much important. Now, what are the benefits of this mindfulness? We understood, the mindfulness is it's a process where one bringing all the attention to the present moment in the present experiences, to the present experiences, whatever is happening. So what is the benefit out of it? Okay, if I come back to the present moment, some might say, if I'm dreaming about my future, what's wrong in it? Okay, why should I be coming back into the present moment, where present moment is surrounded with so much of chaos and everything and so much of disturbances? Why should I at all come to the present? I better rather think about the future and create a beautiful future. Okay, and work on that. Now, what are the benefits of being mindfulness? Mindfulness, it is, first of all, it develops our physical health. Okay, in number of ways, in many ways, not just one ways. It develops the physical health. It not only develops the physical health, strengthens the physical health, it also strengthens your mental health also, right? Mental health is where a person is able to think rightly based on the present situation. He's not, making a castle on the air. Okay, it's not like that. It's completely be there. And there are so many heart diseases, even physically. There are so many cardiac, people, heart diseases, people. They've been treated with this mindfulness. Even the low blood pressure anyone has, it also helps in reducing the chronic pain, because the minute you accept the minute the way it is, this moment the way it is, half of the things are reduced. We are always, even the sleep also improves. There's so many people have sleeping disorders because they're not able to sleep properly, because they're always thinking something about the past. They're always in an anxious state about whatever is coming into the future, whatever is going to happen in the future. They're always in the fear state. So the minute you are in this moment now, not thinking about this, say, imagine, you can, assume for a moment that there was never a past. You just landed the way it is. Okay. And after this moment, you are going to be picked off again. Now, what would you do? Would you think about past? No, there's nothing for your past. You just landed here. And now, would you think about the future? You do not know. You might be picked up again in this moment only. So, by thinking about the future and past, you are missing to live this moment. As long as we miss to live this moment, it is always difficult for us to make a better future also. It is not possible to make a better future without being in the present moment. So it is always very important. This all helps being the minute you are being mindfulness, the very process, very technique of being mindfulness itself is all about being in the now, not being anywhere else. We have been, a part of our soul. We have been shifting our soul. We have left our soul somewhere here and there. In childhood, some beautiful moment has happened, some memory were there, you were so much connected to it, and you are part of your soul, you left there. And now something had happened, some in the same past, something very terrible has happened, your heart broke, something got to do that, you left your some part of your soul there. So it is like the minute you are here, you have collected back all that into this now, everything is here, so it's a complete movement. Okay, every moment, the present moment is the only complete moment which we have in life. Okay, that needs to be, that's the reason, it reduces the chronic pain, whatever is the pain which we are going through within our deep ourselves, everything gets healed. Okay, and improves the sleep. Now, how do you practice? We have understood what is mindfulness, we have understood what are the benefits of being mindfulness, and now how do you practice mindfulness? Practicing mindfulness is always when you breathe, you get comfortable to breathing and to start to breathe. Even when you are sitting comfortably in a comfortable posture and you are all set to breathe, there is a deep breath. Okay, you have taken a deep breath, and as the breath is out, the exhalation, you're feeling completely relaxed. And now you will slowly feel that there's a deep slow breaths which are happening. Okay, it is so effortless. You're not taking a full pressure of, you're not doing this, you're not pulling out the breath from inside, you're just breathing very effortlessly. That itself says, you this is how, this way you are practicing to be in the now. Okay, complete mindfulness. And now you can notice the body sensations. Now, as you breathe in and breathe out, as you are breathing, your focus is completely there on the breath. You are completely focusing in the breath, and now you see the body sensations. Now, what is happening to the body? Are you feeling any vibrations? Are you feeling any tingling sensations? There's so many things that might be happening to the body. Now you are completely aware in the body. Along through this breath, you are aware of whatever is happening on the breath in the body. And now there are so many emotions that might come out. It might be painful, it might be joyful, it might be very blissful kind of emotion. Anything can come out. You just go through all that. And now there are so many senses, inner senses and also the external senses, everything, karmendriya and jnanendriyas, all this might, the senses of action and the senses of knowledge, all the senses might get activated. Now you just going all things, and now it is like, so your cravings starts coming. I'm wanting this, I want that, I want this, all this, you are landering on all this, you are surfing on this. It is like you're like how we surf in the water. It's like we are surfing on this our cravings. This is what I wanted, this is what I wanted, so many things are coming up. Okay, and even it is not only in the silence, when you come out, with your open eyes, when you're dealing with the things, always understand what is that you're craving for in life. Even if it is a very your favorite food, You wanted to eat a particular recipe and you wanted to eat that, you even a particular sweet, you want to eat that, you understand that how are you craving for it, how, what is the crave which is happening, you are longing for it, you're craving for it. Understand that. First understand you are craving for it, you're craving for something which can be just gone and bought it and you can eat, but you're craving it. Now you understand all this, and to be in that moment, the best thing is cleaning the washroom and washing the dishes. This is the best way where a person can completely be in this. Now these are the daily course of life, of daily course of life, where everyone without any option comes to the present moment. Okay, whenever you want to come to the present moment, you have to just do all your daily course, household things course, that very moment you come to the present moment. And now take a mindful shower. Whenever you are taking a bath, you can just be mindful that everything is being cleared. All the pollution whichever are there from inside or outside, whatever is there, every pollution is clearing out. These are some ways, where you can what do you call, you can practice of being mindfulness while eating. Even even the Zen talks about being completely mindfulness. It's all the Zen teachings which comes for eat while you eat, sleep while you sleep, talk while you talk, and walk while you walk. Okay, whatever you are doing, you do that only at that moment. That should be the purpose of your life. Right now my purpose of your life is to only teach about this, and your purpose of life is to only listen to these words, and nothing else comes into the picture. Okay, but when we are thinking about, when I'm you are listening here and I'm sharing this beautiful thoughts with you all, and then my mind is somewhere else, it may not up the connectivity. It is not mindfulness. Your mind is completely somewhere else. To keep your mind completely here, you have to be focused on whatever you are doing at that moment. Once the moment is off, that moment will change, and then you might be doing from this, you might be doing something else. That's the reason, do whatever you are doing at that moment, just be there. That is how you practice mindfulness. Beyond that, do not think about anything else. When you're eating food, deliciously experience everything, every ingredient which is going in, whether the spices, whether the the tangy thing or whatever thing, everything, experience it completely. Okay, you are supposed to give honor something which is there in your hand, which is going to give energy to you, by being focused on it completely, being your giving your presence completely in totality. Okay, that is what mindfulness teaches, how to respect others. The way you are being mindful, being in that moment, you are respecting that time frame, whatever happening at that point of time, whoever is there in your surroundings, you're respecting everyone's presence. Okay, so practicing mindfulness is very important for everyone. And now what are the some exercises I can tell you, when you want to be, how to be mindfulness, what are the exercises. You can yawn. Okay, yawning is nothing but a big breath. When the brain is not able to get a good amount of oxygen, you yawn. So it's a big breath. Through that big breath, the oxygen supply is happening to the brain. That's the reason yawning, and at least stretching every 1 hour, you're stretching for 10 seconds at least. You're stretching your body. You're again coming back to that time frame. Okay, this is always good. And always, of course, I know this is a state where you need to follow social distancing and all, but always try to hug 3 people in life completely, at least 3 hugs. Are the people whom you like the most, or you respect the most, or you adore the most. Always the hug is always says that you are dearer to me. Even if you're hugging yourself, it says that you're dearer to yourself. Okay, and the when you're breathing big breaths, it's like This also keeps all the muscles and all everything, relaxes every nervous system. It gets back into the point. And you can stroke your hands. You can always do this. It this things helps you in releasing from anxiety. If you're going through any anxiety, these things help you in giving back. Okay. And eating, I always told, eat while you eat. Okay. Clench your fist. Always you can do this. Breathe into your fingers, and you can always do that. Okay. And you can even do this breath, like 4 short breaths and 1 long breath. Okay. These are the few exercises you can always do to be mindfulness. Okay. Being mindfulness is nothing but, as I told you, it is completely of being in that present moment. Always understand the 3 aspects of mindfulness. Now, the 3 aspects is, first is the intention. What is your intention in being in focusing on some aspect? What is your intention? You want to be crippled in the past and somewhere, and cry on things which have already happened, and there's no point in changing it, or you can do anything about it other than the insights you can carry. There is nothing you can do about it. Is it your intention is to sit there and cry, or just because that moment was very wonderful in the past happened, your intention is to just be there just because it was joyful or whatever? Okay. What is your intention? That's the first thing. Wherever you are, wherever you are putting your mind, what is your intention? And next is the, what is the attention? Where is the attention? Okay. Whatever you are aware of will also be aware of you. So where is your attention? Your attention is towards, when I am doing the stretching exercise, where is my attention? My attention is towards my physical body completely. Right. When I'm yawning, I know it, I'm pumping some oxygen to my brain. My attention is towards my brain. Right. Whatever I'm doing, what is the intention behind, and where is the attention in whatever you are doing? These are some things which we need to understand, and always build up an attitude where there is a curiosity, like a small child. How the small child is. The small child is always wanting to know something. Okay. The child is always curious to know something. He wants to break something, he wants to see something, he wants to pull off something, he wants to see how this thing breaks, he wants to see what happens if it breaks. He wants to see, he's very curious about everything. And be in that acceptance mode. Whatever is the consequences of whatever your actions, and whatever, however was the present moment life has given to you, accept it the way it is, and be kind. Be kind to yourself. Just because life has put you in some jumble jigsaw puzzle, or any odd situation where you are not able to relate to it yourself, relate to it, it is okay. You can be kind to yourself. You don't have to be hard on yourself just because life is being hard. Life is being hard, at least you be soft to yourself. Okay. These things are important. When you think that, oh, I was very wonderful, I was very fine with my life, and suddenly life put me into a mode, into a state where I lost everything. I didn't know what to do. I had no family, no children, no money, no job, nothing. I starved. It was very lot of struggling I've gone through. That is the moment you need to be kind to yourself. Okay, life is making me to struggle all this. Okay, it is okay. Let me hold myself. Let me give enough consoling towards myself, and be with me completely this moment, because this is the moment where I can only be with myself. Nobody might be there, but I need to be with myself, and I have to be with myself. This is the responsibility towards myself. So I need to stand for myself. Okay, so these are the things. You develop this kind of attitude, such as curiosity, acceptance, and this kindness, everything. Not only towards yours, towards others also. Accept everyone the way they are. Be curious of what wonderful things everyone is doing in life. They're dealing with their own life situations. That is also very beautiful and very wonderful. Okay. And what can be these are the 3 aspects we have always need to we must focus on, like, one is the intention and one is the attention, and always the attitude of curiosity, acceptance, and being kind. Okay, these are the attitudes you need to develop within yourself. And what can be the examples for mindfulness is always paying attention, right? Paying attention is nothing but an example of being mindful. You are completely mindful, you are completely there. How do you know? By checking on how you are paying attention towards what. Okay, I have a wound in my elbow and I'm completely paying attention towards it. That means you are completely there. Your mind is in totality there and you are nowhere else. In totality, you are completely here only. Okay, if my mind is completely on my senses, then I'm completely there on my senses. And what is the intention behind it? That is what I said, the three aspects you need to follow. Whatever you do, whatever way, whether you are paying attention or you are living in the moment, you are accepting yourself or you are focusing on your breath, whatever it is, the first thing is always check on what is your intention behind whatever you are doing. Okay, what is the intention behind, and where is your attention? After setting an intention, forget about the intention. Now you pay attention. Okay, if I'm looking my wound in my elbow, my attention is completely there, but my intention is to heal it, right? So these are the two things. One is the intention and one is the attention. Now whenever you are paying an attention, what is the intention behind it, you need to understand. And is it is it constructive or is it destructive? The intention, if the intention is destructive, then what's the point in putting attention towards it? Okay, we would never want to destroy ourselves. It is not possible, right? We would never want to do that. So when we are not wanting to destroy ourselves, then what is that we are constructing at that point of time by paying attention to whatever it is, right? We need to understand all this. Now when you're focusing on your breath, okay, this is one of the example of being mindfulness. When you are focusing on your breath completely, you are totally in your system, you are understanding, you are completely focused. You are listening to the sound of your in breath and out breath. You're just focusing on the sound. Okay, you're not watching the breath in and out, but you are listening to the sound of your breath. Now your mind is busy, your mind is completely in the attention of focusing on your breath, listening to the sound of your breath. And now what is the intention behind? Now grow the calmness or the peace state and relaxation for yourself. As you breathe in and you breathe out, you will see that the physical body slowly becomes very very relaxing. You will see the physical body slowly it's going into relaxation mode. Your body might become numb completely, and completely it is not becoming numb actually, but the feeling is like your body has become numb. But what is happening, you are connecting to the life inside. Every cell has got life inside, right? Every atom, molecule, everything, though we may not be able to see with our naked eye, but everything is there. All the atoms, molecules, every cell which is there inside, everything is active and alive inside. Now as you are breathing in and breathing out, the entire life, because you are allowing the prana, the prana through your breath, through, it's not just the air you are breathing, it is the energy also you're taking in and breathing in and out. It is not only the air, but it is also the energy which is going out. Now where is it all going? It is making the life more active. You are becoming energized. So the minute you are becoming completely energized in your body, you start feeling as if your whole body is being vibrated. Okay, you will feel that. Okay, now what is, where was your attention? Your attention was only to the listening to your breath. But what is the intention? To connect to the life inside you. The minute you connect to the life inside you and you are aware of the life inside you, the life inside you is also aware of you in totality externally. And now you will slowly see the life happening around you. Okay, this is the wonderful benefit when we have the mindfulness on our breath. Okay, now what are the four foundations of being mindfulness? First is the mindfulness of the body, when you are completely in totality. Like I will tell you, when you are completely mindful of the body, how it is. Now you are looking outside, you are looking externally, you are looking the your screen or anything, and now but your attention is completely on your right leg, right feet. Okay, your attention is completely in the right feet now. You are looking here, you are looking somewhere, you're looking left, right, anywhere, but your attention is completely on your right leg, right feet. Now you begin to feel, when you're in totality, your attention is on your right feet, you begin to feel some vibrations there. You start feeling some tingling things, and you start feeling something happening there, right? All these things will happen. So that is completely being mindful on the body. Now how are you being mindfulness of the feelings? You're being completely mindfulness of the feelings. When you are feeling something might happen in life, maybe something has happened in the past, or maybe something is happening in the present moment, some chaotic or some traumatic thing. You are completely there with your feelings. When you're feeling completely, you are becoming aware, you witness the feeling first. It is okay, the situation is there, the situation is not allowing you to do anything else, but at that moment, just be aware, just to cut off yourself from everything. This is something which you need to do for yourself, because you want to live, you want something good things happen into your life. You deserve good things in your life. You do not deserve tears in life. Nobody deserves. When we deserve good things in life, first of all, cut off yourself from whatever it is, and just witness whatever feeling has come up. Just witness this. Okay, this feeling has come. Okay, this has come. It is feeling very painful, and it is making me cry, or whatever the situation is, it is demanding some tears out. Okay, fine, I'm just witnessing. If this has happened and this has happened, this was the situation and this is my reaction to the situation, but within my own self it is happening. Now you are just completely focused on your feelings only, and you are nowhere else, and there is no intention behind it. You are just there. Your complete attention is there on the feelings, right? And now when you are through your thoughts, now what are your thoughts? Okay, your complete attention on your thoughts. What kind of thoughts I'm getting every moment? This moment I might get angry on somebody, and I may feel like killing that person. I may feel very odd about that person. I want to kill that person. I hate that person. So many things that might come. Now the mind, now you observe what kind of thoughts which are rotating in the mind. Okay, the person must be just a trigger point for you to come out with all this darkness inside, which is destructive energies. Anger is a destructive energy. It's a very strong energy, but it is very destructive, right? So this much of destruction is already there inside you. So now you can imagine, with this kind of destruction inside alive, even maybe once in a while you get, but even then when it is alive, you cannot expect anything constructive happening in your life. Okay, this is not possible. You might be all the time, you might be cursing your family members for whatever they have done to you, or all these things. So when you're continuously breathing out this kind of energy, destructive energy, don't expect anything constructive happening around you. Okay, so always be mindful on whatever your thoughts are. And now when it comes to dharma, here I would like to, when it comes to dharma, I would like to share a beautiful story with you. It is a very old story. When a student wanted to go to Buddha and learn, become a follower of his teachings, Buddhist teachings, then the Buddha said, go to a person, you live him with him for 2 days, and then whatever he says, if he sends me back to me, you come back, or whatever he does, you come finish the task, and then we'll see. And now the student is like, "Oh, I've come to Buddha, but Buddha has sent me to somebody else. Okay, let me go. If Buddha has told me that some pious person might be, I need to learn something prior to become a student, disciple of Gautam Buddha." So then he goes to it and he sees he's a butcher. He's completely cutting chopping the meat, and then he's there. And this boy is completely puzzled. I went to become a disciple of Buddha, and what is this Buddha has sent me? But he goes inside. When he goes inside his room and he says, this Buddha has asked me to be with you for 2 days. Then he said, okay, then be there with me. He said, and then he sees that butcher outside. He might be cutting ruthlessly the meat, chopping the meat ruthlessly, but inside when he comes in, he is taking care of his old parents with all his love and compassion, and with all the acceptances, so dedicatedly, with all the devotion is taking care. And now after 2 days, when he wants to go out, then the butcher says, now go to, I will give you her address. You go to that lady. There is a lady there living there. You go to her, you will be with her for some time, and then you come back. Then you go to your master, okay, and tell him that this is what has happened. Said, okay, finally I can go to my master. Then after 2 days I'll go. And then he goes to that lady. Everyone is surprised. What is this young guy, wearing orange robes, is asking for such a lady? That lady turns out to be a prostitute. And now he goes and tells everyone that, tells that lady that I've come to be with you. So and so person has sent me here. Now she's a prostitute. Her business is to sell herself and gathering all the money. But he thinks, what the hell? First he has sent me to the butcher who's ruthlessly cutting and chopping the meat, and now he sent me to this prostitute. What am I going to learn here? And now when he goes inside, he sees the husband of that lady is completely sick and is not able to get up. So this lady is selling herself and bringing the money and with the business, and then taking care of the husband so well, with all the love and dedication is doing it. So then he realizes, then he goes to the master, he goes to Gautam Buddha and said, I have realized I wanted to be in the path of this dharma, but I left my family, my children, my wife, and my parents all alone. There's nobody to take care of them. So I understood the path of dharma is to first live on our roles and our duties. First live on all these roles and duties, and then you get back to whatever things you want. Life has to give you that opening date. When he understands that, that's how, in our life we need to do our responsibility, because it is the responsibility. We have come into this into this form, human experiences, to experience certain responsibilities, to have some responsibilities. Our relations, our family members are none other, but they are the people whom we have chosen at the soul level, who have come here along with us, sharing the same lessons of life. So we all are sharing the equal, uplifting each other. Some is behaving odd and uplifting us, and some is behaving very soft and uplifting us. Everyone is saying, we are not liking a person because that person is not behaving according to the way your mind has thought. You are not matching with the image of the mind. That is the reason we don't like a person. We like a person, why? Because they are matching with the image of the mind. So everything is the mind again. It is the mind, it is the perception. What is mind? It is a perception. It is a perception which says that this is good and this is bad. But this is how it has to be, this is how it has to be. If that was the condition, if everyone has to be good and everything, then there could have never been any sculpture in our world who could have made us a beautiful art form, your beautiful carving, by chiseling it. Even a culture, even the sculpture would have been so ruthless. According to the mind, is a most ruthless person. But the beautiful thing has come out. So we need to understand that the foundations of mindfulness. What are the foundations? First is the body is the basic foundation, and then the feelings, and then your thoughts, and then your responsibility, your role play. Whatever role you are playing at that moment, just being in that role play, that is very much important. Okay. And now when we talk about the attitudes, we talked about the attitudes of curiosity, acceptance, and the kindfulness. And even we need to add there are 9 attitudes one needs to grow to be completely mindfulness. One is not judging, completely no judgment, no opinions and no judgments. This has to be followed. Okay, always follow, always bring make an attitude of non-judgment. See to yourself, see to it that whenever you are communicating, whenever you are speaking, there's some communication happening with anyone regarding anything within your own self. Also see to it that you are never in the point of judging someone, and always accept the person the way it is, and hold on the patience, bring out the attitude of being patient. And it is always the beginner's mind. The curiosity is like, it is always a beginner's mind. Every beginner who is like, they are very curious. Oh, I've just started, so I'm trying to learn. So you're learning everything every time. Okay, it's a beginner's mind. And trust, people may harm you, people may loot you, or reject you, or abandon you, or humiliate you, or anything, but life will always make you the best. So trust life completely. Everything might break away, but life will always hold you as long as you are holding on to yourself. The minute you lose yourself, you have lost life. So you have to trust that as long as life is there, you are there with yourself, life is also there with you. Trust that you are important for yourself. Okay, always letting go, have an attitude of letting go. It's okay, that's over now, I don't want to get into it. Okay, what's over is over. Now what next? Now what is the point? And always have gratitude for whatever moment is the way life has given you. Every moment have gratitude with all your heart, have gratitude to you. And mindfulness is like, it's like a teacher. Being mindfulness, being in that moment, it is a teacher, it is a specially trained facilitator who holds the space. That space is just for you, for the presence of, where your presence is understood, your reflections are understood, and your connection with yourself and also with the other self is understood. So the being in that mindfulness is being in that now, that present moment is a very trained teacher for you, which is holding actually that space. Okay, now meditation is like, it is a nothing. You are nothing. And mindfulness, there is something. Okay, there is a difference. In meditation, you are absolutely zero, completely zero. But mindfulness, you are something. At that moment, you are something. Be that only at that moment. Okay, once the moment change, you can become something else and be that. Every moment, there is a change happening every time. So always focus on this mindfulness. Just be in that now. You don't have to be there or here or in this moment. I want to be in the past. Okay, you be in the past, but what about the now? This moment, I want to be in the future. Okay, you can be in the future. It's your choice, but what about the now? Based on whatever you are doing, you have created now. Based on this now creation only, your future is uh, uh, created. Okay, this is the base, this now is the base, is the seed for whatever future you are wanting to create. So make this the best one. Every moment, make it the best one, and I make it in such a way like it never happened before. Okay, be curious, be like childlike, be always like the beginner's mind, like yes, I'm doing it for myself. This is something very wonderful I've come to it. Okay, mindfulness is when you are breathing in and breathing out, you are completely listening to the sound of your breath. You're watching the breath. Your complete attention is watching to the breath, and your also attention is, you've kept your mind, because mind needs some work. So what work you are giving to the mind? Listening to the sound of your breath. Now, once you listen to the sound of your breath, everything, you will completely focus on there, and you will see in totality every part of you, every atom, cell, fiber, molecule, every part of you, whether your body or your feelings or your thoughts, everything come to that moment only. The minute you are there, everything is there. You're not somewhere else. Now everything comes to that moment. Okay, even something which has happened in the past will come again in as an experience, will come into the present moment, and you live it and you release it, because with that moment it is also lost. Now you are healed. Many past unhealed, unresolved issues are healed by reliving it as if happening it now. For that, you need to be completely in the now. Unless you be in the now, it is not possible to bring anything from the past and clear it out. Okay, the best way of healing happens in the present now. Okay, friends, so this is all about being mindfulness, being in the now all the time and every moment. Focus on being in the now perfectly. Okay, every time you breathe in, you breathe out, it is just that moment. Okay, whatever you're doing, eat while you eat, sleep while you sleep, walk while you walk, talk while you talk. Okay, this is just do that one thing completely in totality. Be there in whatever you are doing, whatever role play you are doing. Okay, so thank you, friends. Thank you so much for being. And tomorrow again, 7 o'clock, we'll see you again with a new topic. Thank you.